It's my one life, and I give it everything I got. I am music. I am sports. I am the culture. Here's a quick news break with yours truly. I'm the one and only Lego by the name of Mr. TALIAFERRO. Please make sure you're following your boy on Instagram at itsmrtaliaferro, as always at itsmrtaliaferro. So last week, Megan Thee Stallion made an announcement that a lot of people saw coming. We just didn't kind of know when she would do it, where she would do it. Would she do it in a courtroom? Would she do it at a police station? Where would she tell her story? And which a lot of us behind the scenes kind of already knew. Her story was she got shot. She got shot by Tory Lanez. That is her story. And until I have any information to believe otherwise, it looks like Megan Thee Stallion was not only shot, but she was shot in the foot by Tory Lanez. I don't know the extent of what they had going on. Were they in a relationship? Were they just messing around? Or maybe it wasn't even none of that. Again, I don't know those details, but I'm sure they'll come out sooner rather than later. So now the conversation shifts to, okay, Megan has told us what it is. She's done saving this guy. She's claiming that behind the scenes, his publicist was trying to spin the narrative of the story. What happens next? Does this thing go into the LAPD's hands? We know they're openly investigating. Do they use that information that Megan gave them as something that leads to bigger and much more serious charges to Tory Lanez? Or do they look at it as like, yo, Megan, initially you told us that you stepped on some glass. Now you're telling us that you got shot. Are you a credible person in this case, right? Because the LAPD, all they want to make is a case. And they need as much information, investigators, they need as much information to make a case. It looks like Tory did something very stupid. But if they don't have a case, nothing's going to happen of that, right? And I'll give y'all my opinions on this one at the end. I want to make sure we get all the reporting out of the way. I saw over the weekend black men in the culture, black men in hip hop. I saw a lot of those brothers come to the defense of Megan Thee Stallion. I do think it's worth noting and talking about on this platform because, look, a lot of people made a lot of uproar about Tekashi 6ix9ine and him snitching, ratting on the 9 Trey game, which I think that should have been done. But I also think this situation needs to be called out with that same energy. I'm not going to talk about all the people that's being quiet right now, but I do want to celebrate the black men that came forward to have Megan Thee Stallion's back in this very weird situation. Let's start with Chance the Rapper. He said, I hope Megan really gets justice for what Tory did to her, and that we all learn from this how near and constant and serious the threat of lethal violence and abuse is for every black woman. I saw Lil Reese respond to a fan by saying, I stick up for black women. I love y'all. That's some bitch-ish from that little ass bogus dude. He's talking about Tory Lanez. And somebody was like, yo, nah, but she telling, so that's a no-no. Lil Reese said, that's a female dude. What you expect? She ain't no street nigga. And then I saw WACK 100, who holds a lot of weight. Obviously, WACK 100 is the manager of the game and Blueface, baby. WACK 100 said, Megan is a civilian. She cannot be classified as a snitch. Civilians tell the truth. My daughter is raised the same way. Hashtag not guilty. Stop trying to enforce those ice hockey rules in a kickball field. I love what he just said there. That's very important to the bigger picture here. For anybody that has the audacity to try to call Megan Thee Stallion a snitch after she got shot by a guy. Whatever. T.I. hopped on his IG Live to give his thoughts on the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion situation. Check it out.
In a bikini. What the fuck? That's crazy.
Nah, that shit.
God damn. That's unacceptable. I'm not saying she would lie. I'm not saying I'm not calling anybody any lie. I'm just saying, I can't imagine. That shit is unimaginable. Man, that shit crazy. Yeah, that shit fucked up. I don't have no words. I'm just waiting on the whole story. I just need to hear everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, him shooting her, that's preposterous. And under no circumstances should any man be, you know, accepted for shooting black woman. Any woman, any woman, any woman, any woman, any woman. But you know, especially black women. Shit, man, I wouldn't let nobody be talking. Man, Tory, you need to say something, bro. You need to, come on, man, clear this. You need to say something, bro. Exactly. You gonna have to speak to this. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know, to be honest with you, you have a lot of fans and supporters. You got a lot of people who out here, man, who stand next to you, stood next to you, do music with you. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? At least call somebody on the phone and say something. You know what I mean? You gotta say something, bro. This shit looking bad. You know what I mean? Well, Hey, Tamika, what could you do to me to make me shoot you in your foot?
Nothing, baby.
What do you think, like, for real? What could you do to me?
What you think I could do
What
to you?
could you do to me? I'm trying to think, man.
I could do nothing to you.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know what Tory Lanez's plan is. I'm not sure if he has come up with a plan. I'm assuming with the time away from social media and probably not able to kind of work his career the way he would like to over the last few weeks since this incident has happened back in July, I'm sure he's coming up with something by today. And I don't know how you defend your alleged actions. It's a reason why he's not talking. I'm sure he's gotten some advice from someone to shut up. And like T.I. said, at some point, Tory, you know, if you're innocent or if you have a legit reason, which I don't see how a man could come up with one for shooting a woman, you need to speak, bruh. Just letting this thing sit only allows the narratives to manifest, and every narrative that I've seen does not come out in your favor. Chris Brown, a much bigger star than you, will tell you to this day his incident with Rihanna has haunted him his entire career. I am not condoning violence within a household, domestic disputes. I'm not condoning it. What I'm about to say, though, is real. They almost got rid of Chris Brown for a physical altercation with Rihanna. Nobody was shot. And Tory, all due respect to you and your career, you make good music. You're not in the same stratosphere as the star that Chris Brown was or is. If they almost got rid of Chris Brown, and some people still have not accepted Chris Brown many years later, certain commercials, certain endorsements never came back around to Chris Brown, never came back his way. You shot a woman, allegedly. What do you think is going to happen to you? And I want to close this video by saying this. See a lot of disgustingness on the internet. I am not taking sides in any situation. It's not what y'all pay me for. Y'all pay me to be unbiased. But I'm looking at a lot of people have the general conversation of men and women. Men putting their hands on women. Men, I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is the year 2020 has been. Men shooting women. And I don't like what I see, but I'm not surprised. Let me tell y'all who I am. For those who subscribe to this platform, I want y'all to know who I am. In my life, and I am not perfect, and I got flaws. I got a lot of flaws. I am nowhere near perfect. But in my world, there will never be a situation in which I personally condone a man shooting an unarmed woman, let alone an unarmed black woman. Never in my life will there be a situation where I look at that guy as the same. I don't care if it's the closest friend I got. Never will I ever look at that dude the same. Ain't no way we could kick it. Ain't no way. We can't never. I don't ever want to be in the same room with that. Ever. In my life. And I think it speaks to a bigger issue that men of all races need to deal with. And that's entitlement towards women. There is a problem within men. When women don't do what we want them to do, I think the gun is like symbolism. I'm going to the most extreme measure I can to harm a woman. The irony is the woman in this situation still tried to hold you down after you shot her. It's a quick news break with yours truly. I'm the one and only. I go by the name of Mr. Taliaferro. Thank you guys so much for the time, love, support. It's what I don't take for granted. Salute. I'm out.